Today on ELN Morning.
Getting to know our newest president. Who was Connie Book before she became Elon's future president?
Getting creative. We'll show you where you can make your ideas come to life.
I had personal experiences. My first one when I was about 10 or 12 years old.
And a walk through history takes a ghostly turn.
All that and more.
ELN Morning starts right now. Good morning, Elon, and thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Megan Gettleman.
And I'm Liam Collins. By now, I'm sure everyone knows Dr. Connie LeDoux Book, the next president of Elon. Book returns to Elon in March after 16 years with the university, but you probably don't know much about what she did before that. Our Alex Rote takes a look at Book's life before Elon.
My mom says to my dad, I'm scared. And when you're 6 years old and one of your parents says they're scared, you remember that. And I was sitting in the prime seat between them. My dad said the worst thing a dad could say in that moment. He said, I'm scared too.
Connie LeDoux Book remembers when her parents first told her and her 8 siblings they were picking up and moving from Louisiana to Oregon. They moved into a house where all 11 family members had to share 2 bedrooms in order for their father to get his PhD in physics and education. Her father was in the Air Force and his studies were paid for by the GI Bill, a bill that offers veterans education opportunities following their service. Book eventually made her way back to Louisiana by attending Louisiana State University, followed by the University of Georgia for graduate school. She then taught at Georgia College and State University before coming to Elon in 1999. Looking on where she is now, Book finds herself thinking about the past and missing her father who died 2 years ago.
And today I was thinking he'd be proud today.
And she has instilled her strong family ties into her 2 children, Bella, a graduate of Mount Holyoke College, and Joe, a 2017 Elon graduate. Bella says growing up, her mother always encouraged them to learn and considered education to be a top priority.
She was a really engaged parent, and she also made sure that we had a lot of opportunities to be exposed to bigger ideas.
Both Bella and Joe were here on Monday to support their mother in her first appearance as Elon's 9th president. Alex Rote, ELN Morning.
Book is also a published author. In 2004, her book, Digital Television, DTV and the Consumer, was released about the transition from analog to digital televisions.
While many current Elon students don't know Book, many alumni did during her time at Elon. 2000 Elon graduate Scott McCrary did know Book. He also remembers being a student when outgoing university president Leo Lambert took office. He says Book is a great choice for our new university president, but he knows from experience the transition might take some time.
You'll notice a lot looking back that you may not see in the moment now. As for immediate change, I don't think they're going to change I don't think that there will be any major changes on campus that you'll notice right away once she arrives.
Would come back to campus for alumni lectures. She always remembered him.
I just remember being incredibly surprised and flattered that after many years away, when she was in the provost's office at Elon, that she still remembered me from my undergraduate days, even though she'd never taught me. I think that speaks to her dedication to the university.
And as word of Book's new role sinks in, our Zach Hernick heard what some students and faculty have to say about our new incoming president.
Following the announcement of Dr. Book as Elon's 9th president, students and faculty are optimistic for her presidency. There is one common theme among them: excitement.
My initial reaction was just, I guess, excitement because she had experience teaching at Elon. And I guess I was nervous that Elon would pick someone that had no connection to the university.
Musical theater major Matthew Moore is excited for a female president.
She's the 9th president and the first woman. And she sounded very articulate and qualified.
Students are also not worried about any changes to tradition, such as college coffee or graduation under the oaks.
I really enjoy the fact that Elon knows that they have to move and keep moving in the right direction, but also respect the history and respect the traditions that we have here. So I think it's the traditions that Elon has that makes this school so great.
Associate Professor of Sociology Dr. Thomas Arcaro is hoping to catch up with Dr. Book.
I want to say, Connie, great to have you back on campus. Looking forward to it because they're going to have this gift that they don't realize yet. They're going to have the gift of Connie Book on campus.
Dr. Book arrives on campus March 1st. Zach Hernick, ELN Morning.
Book will be making several trips to campus in the coming months so she can meet with students and faculty before President Lambert steps down.
Well, we've talked a lot about Book's professional achievements and even her life before Elon. On today's 4 Things to Know, our Paula Blanc has 4 fun facts about our new president.
You may know Elon's next president, Connie LeDoux Book, was a former communications professor at Elon. But here are some things you may not know about Elon's 9th president. Book is 52 years old, making her the oldest Elon president at the start of the job. Current President Leo Lambert was 43 when he took the position. Elon's 7th president, Fred Young, was 38, and Elon's 6th president, Earl Danieli, was just 33 when he took the position. Book's son, Joe, is a 2017 graduate at Elon. As an undergrad, the younger Book majored in strategic communications and hosted a radio show on WSOE. And Book is giving up her title as general by accepting the Elon presidency. The title came with Book's position as provost at the Citadel Military College in South Carolina. Book took the position in March of 2015. And when Book left Elon last, the school was in a different place. The Schar Center expansion of the communication school hadn't been built, and Inman Admissions Center was still under construction. Not to mention Elon football had just finished a 1-11 season. With the 4 Things to Know, I'm Paula Blanc, ELN Morning.
Moving from Elon's campus back to Burlington, Election Day is less than 1 month away. There are now 2 candidates left in the race for Burlington mayor after the primary earlier this week. Incumbent Mayor Ian Baltutis took 53% of the votes. Baltutis graduated from Elon in 2008, majoring in business entrepreneurship. According to his website, Baltutis is working on closing the gap between East and West Burlington and improving the education system. Baltutis is running against CeeLo Fawcett, who received 36% of the votes on Tuesday's primary. Fawcett worked for LabCorp for 36 years before retiring in 2005 and has been in Burlington City Council since 2009. According to Fawcett's website, he hopes to improve the Burlington mass transit system, and revitalize East Burlington. Local business owner Craig Deaton will not be moving on with the election after not receiving enough votes in the primary. Deaton says he will now be supporting Fawcett.
He is a Christian, and he has lived here. And even though he's a yes man, if something's too outrageous, I think there's a point he would stand up for. But I think our mayor is out of control, our present mayor.
And Election Day is on November 7th.
Coming up a little sooner than Election Day, the 150th North Carolina State Fair starts today. The fair is in Raleigh, about an hour away from Elon, and according to their website, it attracted more than 1 million visitors last year. The fair will run through Sunday, October 22nd. Tickets are $8 today, $9 online, or $10 at the gate. For more information on the fair and how to buy tickets, go to ncstatefair.org.
Well, hopefully the weather will hold up for the fair, right?
I know, I'm excited. Go every year.
Yeah, right? Well, luckily for us, we have Maya Eglin live on Citron Plaza with the Phoenix 5-day forecast. Maya?
Yeah, guys, well, as you can see down here in downtown Elon on Citron Plaza, it is a little dull, gray, and dreary. We've got some mist in the sky, and that's going to continue today. We've got clouds and a high of 79 with a low of 62. Actually, 90% humidity, so it's going to be a little muggy. On to your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Friday, we're going to see a high of 72 and a low of 60. If you're sticking around for fall break on Saturday, we're going to have some nice weather. Partly sunny, high of 80 and a low of 61. Sunday, we're going to see that sun again with a high of 83 and a low of 61. Monday, we're going to see a chance of rain, a high of 69 and a low of 45. Tuesday, high of 66 and a low of 41. That's your Phoenix 5-day forecast in Citron Plaza. Maya Eglin, back to you.
Thanks, Maya. Coming up, make your ideas come to life with just the push of a button. I'm Amanda Gibson, and after the break, I'll tell you where to get the least expensive gas as you make your way home for fall break. The Maker Hub in downtown Elon has been open since the beginning of the year, but many students don't know what it's for. Our Maya Eaglin checked it out to see what it's all about.
Facing the strip of downtown Elon, we had one simple question. What's on the third floor of that building right there?
I really couldn't tell you. No idea.
Couldn't tell you.
Nope. How about you?
I also don't know.
It's the Maker Hub.
That's where the Maker Hub lives.
While many students recognize the familiar sight of Elon water fountains and walking over famous red bricks, not many students may recognize the sounds of the beeps and buzzes in the Maker Hub. Junior and head of operations Joshua Donald says the new Maker Hub is a place for students to explore their creativity.
To learn how to work with your hands and kind of prototype and try new things.
Students can use 3D printers, laser cutters, woodwork stations, and so much more. Maker Hub employee Anthony Frodden encourages anyone to work on a project.
You come in with a passion and everything else is here for you.
Frodden's been working on a bright blue 3D printed ukulele.
27 hours of printing all the parts.
He hopes to inspire students who come into the Maker Hub with their own projects. For Donald, the lessons he's learning in the Hub can be applied to other parts of his life.
And you don't get it right the first time with whether it's a project or anything in life. Just trying to make some revisions and try again.
So if you're looking to design a new 3D decoration or test out a 3D printing pen, always remember you can scrap it and start again. Maya Eaglin, ELN Morning.
Sorry again for those technical difficulties, but we're glad that story made it in.
Yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. It looked like they had a great time with that.
Yeah, and the Maker Hub's having a grand opening event after fall break on Thursday, October 19th at 4 p.m.
And speaking of fall break, it's just a few days away. Megan, what do you have planned?
I'm going to the beach, so I'm hoping the summer weather will stick around for that.
Yeah, no, me too. I'll be here, but luckily for you, we have Amanda Gibson live in the studio with the best update on the best gas prices for your drive home. Amanda?
Gas prices have been all over the map recently due to Hurricane Harvey hitting a major oil line, and we are just seeing the effects. If you're heading out of state, you might want to wait to fill up until you cross state lines. The most expensive gas will be right here in North Carolina, around $2.35 per gallon. If you're going further north to Maryland, Massachusetts, or New Jersey, you might want to refuel in Virginia for around $2.25 per gallon. The further north you go, the more gas prices are going up. Heading down south, your best bet for a cheap tank of gas is in South Carolina. You'll have to pay about $2.20 per gallon. And in case you didn't know, gas in bigger cities is going to be more expensive, so try to fuel up in smaller towns along the highway. Wherever you're headed this fall break, be sure to drive safely. That's all for your pump prices. I'm Amanda Gibson, and back to you guys at the desk. Thanks, Amanda. We're definitely excited to go home.
Oh, yeah.
Now, while fall break means a few days off for us, a lot of Elon's musical theater students, it means opening night is getting closer. Elon's fall musical, Hello, Dolly, is currently in the works. Our Jackie Pascal took a look behind the scenes.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Elon's musical theater program is bringing a Broadway hit to Burlington. Hello, Dolly is set to take the Elon stage in a few weeks, but a lot of work is still ahead.
And really make sure those time is really separate.
In the first week of orientation and moving in, we're in here going over monologues and getting snippets ready.
Michael Jacobson's audition has landed him the role of Rudolph in Hello, Dolly. While this is a secondary character in the show, Jacobson says the musical theater program teaches him to shine in any role.
I'm more of a character comedic actor, and a lot of programs train people to be chorus dancers, and that wasn't something that I wanted. This is very serious and very professional, and this feels like what I'm meant to be doing, you know?
Kathy McNeila feels the same way in her director's chair.
In my parents' backyard and my grandparents' backyard, I always directed these huge, big musicals when I was a kid. When the audience comes and they sit down, we're going to make it look easy.
McNeila says she hopes the audience will understand their message.
This year, it feels like we should, with all that's going on in our world right now, that Hello Dolly is the thing that is going to lift our spirits.
While there's weeks of work left ahead, Jacobson is excited for the show to come together.
First section, guys.
Oh my God, like in a couple weeks, like we're gonna be performing this for hundreds of people. But the cast is phenomenal and the show's iconic and I think it's gonna be freaking fantastic.
For now, it's a lot of...
So guys, can you do your line?
And...
Here we go. And...
Jackie Pascal, ELN Morning.
Tickets for Hello Dolly are available now in the box office in the Performing Arts Center for $13 or free with an Elon ID. The shows are October 26th and October 28th and November 2nd through 4th. All shows are at 7:30 p.m. And we introduce you to Elon's own paranormal investigator.
Welcome back to ELN Morning. There is a group on campus helping students with whatever odd jobs they can think of. From assembling furniture to serenading loved ones, ELAN Jobs is a platform where students can go to get any odd job done. Sounds like a good time, right? We have one of the founders, Helena Michelson, here to tell us how it all started. Helena, thanks so much for being here today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. So I'm taking an entrepreneurship class right now, and part of the class is creating your own business. So I'm working with a team of 4 other people, and in our class when we were discussing ideas, one of the things that we found was a need is kind of connecting Elon students to accomplish a series of jobs and make money on the side. And we definitely got inspiration from the Elon Closet Exchange, which was done in the same class in the spring semester.
All right.
Where do you see this going in the future, like by the end of senior year?
With this class being only a semester long, I think we really want it to be sustainable and run on its own even after we graduate. And we're doing that through empowering people to realize the potential that it has. So one thing that we're doing within the next upcoming weeks is doing a Chipotle ordering system. So you can go on a Google form and fill it out, and then we'll pick up Chipotle and have it at Mosley. And we're charging an additional $5 just to kind of demonstrate what you can do with them.
Right. Yeah, that sounds so cool. Definitely like a really cool idea that you guys had for sure. Well, thank you so much for being here. Really
thank you so much for having me.
Well, anyone can join Elon Odd Jobs, so search for it on Facebook.
And when I think of odd jobs, ghost hunting definitely would fit that description.
Oh yeah.
Our Samantha Casamento found one ghost hunter who's making Elon his next target.
Somebody could shoot you, might end up a ghost out in the cemetery yourself.
Paranormal investigator Lee Steele says to leave the ghost hunting to the professionals. Steele took a walk through Pine Hill Cemetery and a tour called Behind the Tombstone. He was there to investigate local ghost stories, a passion he discovered when he was young.
I've had personal experiences. My first one when I was about 10 or 12 years old.
He came prepared, even bringing his own equipment.
My device is down here called the Ovilus 3, and I got a name Jim. So that was kind of cool. So now I've got to try to research.
Believe it or not, Steele says the sound on his device is a ghost saying the name Jim.
And my camera battery's getting drained.
Next on Steele's list, Elon University. As a 1978 alumnus, Steele is no stranger to the myth of Ghost Mary, who supposedly jumped out of a window of West Residence Hall to escape the historic fire.
She panicked or something, thought the building was going to burn down or something, or actually some people claim the building was on fire, which I've debunked that.
But Steele has his own theory. Steele says the fire never even reached West, but he wants to find out for sure and is hoping to make a visit in the future. Samantha Casamento, ELN Morning.
There will be more Behind the Tombstone tours every Tuesday for the rest of October. For more information, visit alamance.com.
And after the break, Cornel Johnson performs a brand new song live in the studio. And welcome back to ELN Morning. We are joined now by Elon Jr. and rapper Cornel Johnson, who just released his newest EP, Priceless. Thanks so much for being here, Cornel. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for being here this early in the morning. So tell us a little about the song you're performing for us today.
The song performing is called Secure the Bag. It's basically about how a lot of people, they want a lot of the most expensive things in life, but they can't afford them because they don't have the money, or maybe they don't have the means to get those things, but they really want them.
Yeah, and do you have any performances coming up or anything along with the EP?
I'm going to some different open mics around North Carolina, so I'm creating my spread list to go out and perform.
All right,
Well, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. We're really looking forward to it.
Before we let you sing us out, thank you so much for joining us again.
And for all the news you need to know while we're not on the air, check out our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Snapchat.
Have a great day, Elon.
Cornel, take it away.
Great. Dark nights, a goofy young brother shouldn't pick a fight. Know yourself, I don't really care, just want the Roosevelts. Oh, what else? Maybe a chick or 2 or 3 or 4, maybe a fashion line. It's like Dior, maybe a dime piece. You can't ignore. Oops, wait, forgot. I'm poor, got throw the mindset straight out the door. You a goofy young brother if you ask for more. You a goofy young brother, funny brother, Chris Tucker. Mine being snug color, mine being snug color. Think the rest of these brothers wanna hear your itch. I don't really give a. Try and go get rich, gotta go make hits. With these beats like bricks, cause I need new kicks, and I need new fits, and an iced out wrist. Man, list goes on. I packed up on my itch, they like, where you going? Yeah, out of here. A brother couldn't spend another hour here, let alone a day. Now I can't behave. Besides, I couldn't be another corporate slave. And a little bird told me that this rap is paid, so I'm gonna write this lyrics cause I need a raise. Yeah, I need a raise. Yeah. Nah. Rap is paid. Okay, here we go. Secure the bag, be a #1 task. It's all you going to get to it slow or fast. I lay down the track, then lay down for bed. Perma track is doing numbers when I raise my head. Overnight success, swear I gotta be the best. Overnight success, tell me how can I get blessed? I need a quick hit but never sold a brick, so I need another way to make my rhymes legit. So I pull up on the brother with a stick and hit a lick. I'm not even with the ish, I ain't crossed off my list. I need motive, make it low risk. Pray like roses or a lotus, let me stay focused. Scared how to stay focused, have you noticed where I'm gonna need a bonus, then like my last song chip. So I'm gonna need a dome that you can't clone this. This OG, play my yeah, I'ma take that, it's the OT. Kick your yeah, that's the master Roshi. I be low key, sound whack, LOL, okie dokie. Think of blessing now, this broke me. Pray never meet the